I still have some scenicking to do here, but this is a Union Pacific bridge going on the Snake River. So this is modeled in 1:1 scale, so it's 1,440 scale feet long. The center span is 400 scale feet. So the all the bridge piers are 3D printed on a PLA printer, and then the truss sections were 3D printed on a resin printer, and then I added styrene handrails. I didn't want to print resin handrails out because resin tends to be a little brittle, and so I went with that. So the main bridge is made out of 1/8" brass tubing, all soldered, and then it's got the diagonal sections are 3D printed girders, resin printed. It's got some styrene on it, and then the vertical girders are actually have a brass 1/8" brass tubing, square tubing in there, and that gives it the rigidity it needs. And then I just printed out the girders in 2 halves and glued them together. So from from a foot away, you really can't see any of the flaws. If you get right up on it, you'll see some flaws, but normal viewing's fine. So this is a 3D printed tugboat. It's the Betty Ann. So in 86, 87, the period I model, this tugboat was Betty Ann. Today it's a Maverick. Looks a little bit different. It's got a new exhaust system on it, but essentially same boat. And that was kind of 3D printed on a PLA, or I'm sorry, a resin printer, and it was kind of made like a birthday cake. So each deck, the hull's a print level, the first deck's a print level, and then the tower is a print level up to the cab, and then the cab's a separate level. So kind of built like a wedding cake. And then these are 2 of the barges. I printed, these are resin printed in 2 halves because I've got a Ergo Mars, and it only can print up to about 7 inches. So these are 2 big chunks of resin that are glued together end to end. And so this is one of the barges that Tidewater used to bring containers out of the port of Lewiston. So rides a little higher because it's only half full. And then this is a wood chip gondola. Wood chip barge. I think these are 132 feet long. So I want to do grain, but the grain barges are like 240 feet long and just kind of wouldn't fit in the scene. So I'll save the grain barge for another area of the layout. So those are the bottom's 3D printed, and then the upper level's all styrene on that one. So, and then it's just got a foam insert with sawdust for the wood chips. So that's just download off the internet. That's 33-foot Chris Craft coho. So I just kind of want another boat on the river with some people in it. So that's also 3D printed. So the remaining truss sections are 3D printed also, and then that comes off to the end. So this will have, as I continue east, I'll have a signal tower here because I'm running a proto freelance. I'm going to actually eventually signal the layout. So there'll be a signal here that doesn't really exist on the scene, or in the prototype, but this is kind of what it looks like and how it was made. It's just micro engineering code 55 bridge track. What I do in the bridge track, and about every 20th tie I remove it, I use a PC tie across there so I can solder in that code 40 guardrail instead of gluing it, because over time if you glue it they tend to come off. So other than that, just regular micro engine bridge track.